Hello, positive readers, and hi, I'm Positive Writer, and today I'm coming at you with another discussion. And this discussion was submitted by one of my great friends, Natalie, and she asked because in my last discussion I had mentioned cancel culture, and so her question, her prompt for discussion was, should we separate the artist from the art, or the creator from the creation? And I'm here to talk to you about that today. These are discussions, and so they are largely my opinion based off of my own experiences, and so I'm not ever calling anybody out. I really just love to talk, and I really just love to present the way I look at things, and maybe it can help you if you're kind of on the fence about something. And I really just want to inspire people to be more positive and to be more empathetic. And so this discussion, really, when I get back to the root of the discussion of cancel culture and all of that, and creator versus creation, that is what it brings me back to. And so without further ado, we're going to start talking about this. Just right off the back, my own experience with this, I mean creation versus creator. Like on the one hand, I think that people are so often so quick to jump on people when they make a certain thing, or when they're a part of certain things, art, like fictional things. People are so quick to like use that to judge the person. Almost, it's like if you see somebody in a role that you don't like you don't like the character they played, then in real life they suck. Or this person killed off your favorite character in a novel, and now they suck as an actual person, and you're going to send them a death threat. You know, it's happened so many times for so many years and for so many reasons, and that hurts me to see, because it's just so counterproductive to what art is supposed to bring to life. Like, I mean, if we just wanted to read stuff that was always going to do what we wanted it to do, it wouldn't be art then, because it would just be something that would be made specifically for us, and something that would not be real, because the person writing it would then be trying to cater to everybody around them instead of write what is from their hearts, which is what art is supposed to be anyway. And I think that if you're a person who really does respect art the way that I do, I think at some point it really stops being something that's like, yeah, this person put this in a book and so now I hate them. Like, it just doesn't really make any sense, honestly. Who people are in real life and what they write and what they create, they are connected, but we don't know the connection. Like, unless you know this person, and then if you do know, then that's a different like thing entirely. Again, this is in the sense of like a cancel culture situation of like somebody puts something in a book that is problematic or something. Does that then give you the right to say that they are problematic, or that they must be doing this, or that they must support this in real life? That is, I don't think that is really fair to say, because people create stuff all the time and put it in art that they don't actually do in real life. I mean, I can count on some, like, I couldn't even count on my hands how many people love true crime and, you know, serial killer TV shows, and enjoy villains in books, and you know, and it's like, bro, like, if we were all then to flip the script on the writer and be like, you must be a serial killer because you wrote this story, or you wrote this TV show, and you know what I'm saying, or the person who plays them, or, you know, it's just like, it really is a gray area, because it's like, this is something that you did and that you put your hand and your name on, but still, it's fictional. The whole point of art really is to bring things to life, and to show people a part of life they might not have mentioned or have seen before, because it's art, and it means that it's accessible to everybody, and so everybody can put their own 2 cents in to whatever story they want. And I think people should be allowed to do that. I don't think it's fair to, again, see something and see something that you don't like in something, or see something that is something that might offend you, or something that might get on your nerves or whatever in somebody's work, and then automatically assume that they must support that thing, or that they must perpetuate these same ideas. Like, no. Like, at the end of movies and stuff, they always are like, the commentary on this DVD, or the opinions expressed in this movie, are not reflective of this entire production company. Because we really have to be specific with how we approach people about different stuff. And again, if things are problematic, if things are things that should not be expressed, or that should not be glorified in the media or whatever, go and talk to that person. Like, whether you know them or not, you can DM them, you know, you can email them, you can find out what they're publishing now, see them try and tell somebody that maybe instead of like literally just sending hate to people, we should talk more. You know, I think that it can happen when it's something problematic, or just when you're not happy with what somebody did. Like somebody killed off a character, and now you just want to go send them hate. And it's just like, why would you do that? Like, this person has brought you a story, and they have done with it what they thought was best because they are the creator, and now you're gonna get mad at them because it's not what you wanted. I mean, it's just not fair. I mean, if you're mad, write your own book. You know what I'm saying? Write your own stuff. Do your own stuff. Make your own stuff where the stuff that you want to see happens. But please, like, we have to stop that. Like, I think that that's the biggest part of separating the two, the creation and the creator, because it's really just one of those things where it's like, people are going to create whatever they want, and sometimes it's what they know, sometimes it's what interests them, sometimes it's something they saw somebody else do, sometimes it's somebody else's story. The point is, we're all people, we all have experiences, a lot of which somebody might upturn their nose at or think is problematic, which means that when other people express their own and put that into art, especially again in a fictional space, I'm not even talking about like nonfiction, in a fictional space, we like let people be. If you don't like it, leave. You know, it reminds me of that entire discussion of, you know, should people even read problematic stuff? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, why are we trying to police what people like right now? Like, why are we doing that? It's just not fair, because it's just like, bro, like, do you want to be persecuted for the things that you enjoy in a fictional space? It's just really, I don't think it's fair, because fiction is too broad of a thing, to be something that people are whipping people with or hitting people over the head with. Again, it's just like, bro, like, we can't be doing that. Like, again, freedom of speech exists for a reason, but that's talking about people. I mean, freedom of art is kind of like second nature almost, because it's just like, people are going to create whatever they want, and I think that, I just think the world would be a much better place if people acted with more empathy, because it's your choice, really. At the end of the day, it is your choice whether or not you want to represent, whether you want to, it is your choice whether or not you want to separate the art from the artist. But I think that something we should all think about, whether we do or not, is empathy. And maybe try and step into their shoes and think of, what was this person thinking when they wrote this? Instead of immediately going to, I hate this, you suck as a person. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, like, chill out. People bring up enough reasons and use enough excuses to hate on people in real life, for real life things, that we do not need to be adding on to the hate that real life people get with fictional things they have created. Okay, that's their thing that they have made. And again, if you're upset, you don't have to support it. You could tell people not to watch it, you know what I'm saying, or tell people not to do it or not to read it or whatever because it's problematic or whatever. But really, when it comes to the person who made that, please remember that they are a human being. You know, when it comes to supporting fictional things, remember that this is a person behind here, and that you're like vouching again for something in a fictional space against an actual human being who is a person who has feelings and who actually does exist, unlike these fictional situations and things does. And so, just keep that in mind. Honestly, I would say, and again, this is a call in for myself too, because it's easy to just want to harp on somebody and get really upset and then send them hate mail. But it really is something that we need to all be trying not to do, and we need to be turning our minds to better things, into things that really will help the community as a whole. Because again, if we jump on every single person who does something wrong or who makes a mistake, and again, a lot of the time it's not even them actually making a mistake, it's the people thinking they made a mistake. Like, it's your own offense at whatever they did, and then you think that you're entitled then to them apologizing or them changing what they did or them explaining why they did something, when it's really just not, you're not entitled to that. Like, this is a person, they made their own thing, and if you're mad, again, you can do whatever you want on your own plane, but demanding anything from this person is kind of just like not fair, because we're all entitled to our own opinions about stuff, and we're all entitled to create what we want, you know. And I think it's just not fair. I think it just limits so many people, and just causes us to just dislike each other more, which we do not need. Like, we should always be striving for peace. And a lot of times when cancel culture does not work, well, it never really works. And that's because it's not education. It's telling somebody they did something wrong and not telling them how to fix that thing. You know? And again, we have to think more about what we think is wrong and why we think it's wrong, and whether or not it's a specific opinion, or whether it's an actual thing that could hurt real people in real life. Because we all know how many times people have used their own opinions, our own opinions, to then pass laws and do other crazy stuff that has not benefited the majority, just because somebody thought that it would offend them. And so our opinions are not valid in the sense that they should be able to be used to attack somebody else. Like, we really have to examine where we're coming from, like our intentions when again, canceling somebody. And again, canceling should just be canceled. It should not be happening. People should be educating each other if they feel that something in the work could have been wrong. And really, again, educating. Nobody here is, nobody knows everything. And so instead of education, I just think we should be striving for peace and striving for conversation. Can we please, again, that's why I like to talk, because discussions are what really get people to think about stuff and remind people that they all matter and that all of us matter and we all have our own different opinions about stuff, and we can come together and we can get a happy medium going. We can really compromise in a way that makes it all peaceful instead of fighting and attacking each other. I just think that that's just counterproductive. And so if your idea of cancel culture is knocking people over the head and boycotting them and telling other people to boycott them and just calling them all these names and acting like they're just literally the scum of the earth because of something that they put in some art, then I just think that's not. It's very counterproductive, and I don't think it's effective at all. If we really want things changed, if we really feel like something is harmful to any people, any person, or any group, or even ourselves, we should then care enough about the other person that we approach them with peace and with already empathy, imagining what it might be like to be this person, and knowing that we wouldn't want to be attacked if we were them. And so really just, again, discussion. Seek out communication with people. Really try to find out, why'd you do this? And you might find out that what you felt about the thing does not change the fact that this thing stands on its own as something that this author or this creator put into this. And so, again, I want us to be able to lay all of our dislikes and all of these things to rest if they are compromising our love for another person, and we should all love each other. And so, yeah, I mean, if it's compromising your love and your peace with any human being, examine it, lay it to rest, because peace is what we should all be after. Love y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I really love y'all. Again, I said it again because I really do. I hope you enjoyed this video. I mean, what are your thoughts on cancel culture, and what does cancel culture mean to you? I think I would like to know that, because I think it can mean a lot of different things. But I like the term call-in culture instead, because again, if somebody did something that offended me, after I examine whether or not I'm even a valid person to be going to this person and asking them why they did this, and if I did actually then be like, okay, maybe I am, then I go to them, I think it would be a call-in. It would not be a cancel. No one else would even have to know. It's between me and the person, because we are people, and they matter just as much as we do. Love y'all.